getting set to take on Virginia. Take a look at the brackets here. The winner of this game will go to the championship Sunday at 1 Eastern. Later on tonight, it's semifinal number 2, another good one, Florida State and Stanford. And welcome in, everybody. I'm Glenn Davis. Alongside me, she's former U.S. Women's National Team midfielder and 99 World Cup winner, Julie Foudy. So let's talk Texas A&M first. First time G. Guerreri's ever got to the NCAA College Cup. And then there's Virginia, who are here for the second consecutive year. How do they win that national championship?
Well, and these are two programs that have consistently been excellent, just couldn't get over the hump. But if Virginia's going to do it any year of all, it's going to be this year, because they are led by a duo in midfield, All-Americans, and in particular, number 6, Morgan Bryan, the player of the year from last year, U.S. Women's National Team star. She controls the pace and the flow of this Virginia team. Behind her, Danielle Colaprico, 18 assists just this season, another All-American. Those two seniors will be looking to feed it into Mackenzie Doniak.
Right, Texas A&M can score goals in bunches. Kelly Minogue, Shea Groom, Annie Kuntz can do it in a variety of ways.
And on the A&M side, you can see this trio, but you could actually have 5 senior faces on there that are so many weapons for A&M. They've got Allie Bailey with 10 goals this season. Bianca Brinson up top with 10 goals. So all over the field for A&M, they have 8 starting seniors, can score from anywhere.
A trip to the national championship game is at stake here. When we come back, we'll show you how both coaches will set up their teams. The opening kickoff is coming up next from Florida. Welcome back to Boca Raton, Florida, as the University of Virginia, yeah, they are getting up for this one. Getting set to take on Texas A&M here at the FAU Stadium. Virginia starting lineup, Julie.
4-4-2 they'll go in, and pay particular attention. Number 9, under 20 national team star, Mackenzie Doniak, 19 goals on the season. She is productive up top for Virginia.
Texas A&M, their own rituals as well, with All-American Shea Groom and Megan Strait in the middle. Coach G. Guerreri, 22-2-2.
4-3-3 they'll be going in. We've talked about that front 5 for A&M, but look at that back 4, and in particular Jordan Day. That back 4 and goalkeeper need to be huge tonight against a very good Virginia offense.
Texas A&M in white, Virginia in the navy. Long ball off the top here. A bit of a tester from Texas A&M. And first touch of the game for the goalkeeper, Morgan Stearns of Virginia. Two very storied programs here. A&M 13-0-1 in their last 14. Virginia is the #1 goal-scoring team in the nation in their second consecutive NCAA Women's College Cup. And that's the very talented Danielle Colaprico. Knocks it forward. Off her line is Jordan Day. Just came back in October for Texas A&M. And boy, G. Guerreri told us, Julie, the boost that Jordan Day has given the Texas A&M Aggies.
They are ecstatic to have her back and healthy. She had sprained her MCL earlier on in the season, and she's a huge difference maker for them in the back.
Morgan Bryan trying to get a touch here. Shea Groom now. Two talented attacking midfielders going mano-a-mano here. Minogue. And trying to bring in Allie Bailey. It'll be a goal kick for Virginia.
And what a nice matchup that's going to be tonight. Shea Groom, an All-American, playing against Morgan Bryan, U.S. Women's National Team star, right in the midfield.
Steve Swanson is the head coach of Virginia. 15th year, 15 trips to the NCAA tournament. 25 years in coaching. 2013 was the NSCAA Coach of the Year. G. Guerreri is the only coach that Texas A&M has ever known. 22nd season at A&M, 20 straight NCAA appearances. Trouble here. Virginia trying to recover defensively. First time shot on flare wide from Brinson.
And a good sign for Texas A&M when they can get that front 3 busy and active. Annie Kuntz already number 7 for A&M. She's their target forward. She likes to take the ball, turn, hold it, but she can hit it as well. And there's Brinson, number 22, 10 goals on the year for them. And what a productive front 5, all seniors for Texas A&M.
as a penchant for scoring the late goal. Scored with 52 seconds left to beat Kentucky. 32 seconds left to tie Arizona. All SEC first team Bianca Brinson. Flicked on. Doniak is trying to get there. Virginia will get the throw. Again, the clock ticks down in the college game. Good look at Lee Edwards, a senior. Great senior class here for Texas A&M. In fact, they have 9 of them. They're 75, 18, and 7 in 4 years. This is the year. I mean, A&M, they were able to get the #1 seed, play all their home games at Ellis Field. As we take a look at planning for success presented by Northwestern Mutual.
One of the things we're going to see with Virginia, anticipate the counter. Texas and A&M very quick at that and control the flow of the game. They're a possession-style team. Texas A&M be great on set pieces. That was Coach Guerreri actually saying that, because that is their weapon offensively, and be patient on defense. They know how well Virginia can hold the ball and not to get frustrated when they're chasing so much defensively.
Here's Annie Kuntz, the 2-sport star. Also involved with track and field at Texas A&M. More on that a little bit later. It's Virginia in possession now. Bryant, who is elusive, gets doubled up, gets fouled. Free kick, Virginia. Full U.S. national team member, 16 caps, 3 goals. Will be headed to Brazil with the U.S. women's national team, along with her Virginia coach, who is an assistant under Jill Ellis, Steve Swanson. Bryant. Ball clipped into the box. Doniak was there. McNabb brings it out of the back, tries to play in Ruther. As we see that theme of center backs who are not afraid to join in the college game. Over the top, it's Brinson, who can run. Coming away with it, Kristen McNabb, a sophomore from Montville, New Jersey. The winner will play in the national championship against the winner of semifinal #2 Florida State Stanford later tonight. All-American Shea Groom wearing the captain's armband for Texas A&M. Minogue off the turn, shot is blocked. First corner of this game. No, it'll be a goal kick to Virginia.
And the thing that amazes me the most about these two programs is they've always been good. You know, you look at those two coaches, two of the most respected coaches in the game. 20th consecutive NCAA tournament for Coach G and his Aggies. And then you have, on the other side, Steve Swanson, University of Virginia, legendary program that just never has gotten over that hump. Both of these programs just can't get through that last hurdle.
Last year, Virginia lost in the semifinals to the eventual national champions UCLA on penalty kicks. Game that we did down in Cary, North Carolina, Julie. That was an entertaining night. Diagonal run, Doniak. Tries to steer in the cross, and this will be a corner for Virginia. And they are dangerous.
13 of their 19 from set pieces. They've scored 13 of those 19 set piece goals off corner kicks.
And you just saw a quick look at Mackenzie Doniak. Very talented striker. Colaprico to take the corner. Away! Drives it into the box. Ball loose, took a deflection and whacked out of there by Texas A&M. Brian Doniak. Early ball to Kuntz, lays it off. Shea Groom. He's got room to run here. Puts her foot on it, slows it down. Just an eye-popping midfield player that is capable of so much. Doniak now. Bryan. And we'll pick out the perfect pass here. Big range of passing from her. Brittany Ratcliffe has drawn 2 defenders. Will get the crossing to the near post and headed away by Texas A&M. Despite being pressed by 3, was able to get the crossing. Kuntz now.
And that's a matchup Virginia's going to be looking to all day. Is they're going to try and free Ratcliffe on that right side of midfield. Facing her up, taking on players. She loves to get to the inline and find a player in the box, as you just saw.
Allie Bailey, 13 is Lee Edwards. And we're seeing some nice combination play in tight areas from both these teams here. Virginia now, their center back driving it forward again. Yet to mention Emily Sonnet, who is such a huge piece, the junior at center back for the University of Virginia. The head coach, Steve Swanson, couldn't say enough about her. Doniak was the target all the way back to Jordan Day, who's had injury problems. 0.68 goals against average. Only came back in goal in October. And Texas A&M grew a number of inches with her back in goal.
You drive so much confidence, too, from a solid goalkeeper behind you who's directing and dictating and is so good off her line in the air and with her feet.
Jordan Day a little hesitant to get off her line, but ultimately will get there and make the play.
Just trying to prove me wrong there, Glenn.
Another senior. It's all kind of come together for A&M this year. They finally got that #1 seed, which allowed them to play all their games in the NCAA playoffs at home. It's an experienced senior-laden team. All the pieces seem to have fallen together for them, Julie.
And they know if this is the year to get it done, it's right now. Losing 9 seniors, 8 of them starters.
A lot of open play in midfield. It's getting stretched out a little bit here. Over the top, Doniak. That's a good ball. Virginia now. Ross is cut out. Taking up a good defensive position was Carly Moeller. But it's still Virginia. Bryan.
That whole play started by the defensive center mid of Colaprico.
Doniak's cross has blocked another corner for Virginia.
And that's going to be the challenge for A&M with only 3 midfielders to Virginia's 4s, how they're going to put some pressure on the ball, because when Colaprico's given the space, she's going to spray things.
$13 goals off corner kicks for Virginia. Colaprico to take it towards the near post, headed away. They've got another one. Minogue was on that near post for Texas A&M.
Sonnet also making that near post run for Virginia. It's what almost got him a good look off that first attempt.
Towards the back post. Shea Groom out there defending.
Here we go, Horace, here we go.
Another good look at Shea Groom. First team All-SEC, SEC Offensive Player of the Year, All-American. It's just remarkable, the honors, the national team experience littered between both of these teams. Doniak pushed away from goal by Megan Strait, the talented A&M center back. Extended possession for Virginia, and over the top it comes. The header, what a goal! It's 1-0. And it is Doniak who gets on the end of it. Virginia get the vital first goal of this game.
And it's possession that opens up the space for Virginia. They hold it, they eventually get it to their playmaker, Morgan Bryant, who's gonna look, she's gonna see the space, and look at this ball in. What a beauty, places it perfectly. And Doniak does what she does so well. She finds a seam and just heads it back to that near post. Keeper's coming across, she knows it, keeps it low. She made that one look easier than it is. What a nice ball in, though, by Morgan Bryant.
13th minute. Boy, you got that right, Julie. Just dropped it delicately over the head of the center back. And Mackenzie Doniak hitting for the 20th time this year. Her sister Kylie played at the University of Texas. Kuntz will drive it into the near post. And A&M's going to counter here, though, and get themselves a corner here. A wonderful opportunity to jump right back in this game. Good look at Allie Bailey. Had a pair of goals in the 2-1 quarterfinal win over Penn State. But there's your game's goal score.
David, stay right there.
Minogue to take it for A&M. Let's see how they respond.
And they've got a lot of targets on that back post. Brinson is back there. You're going to see Straight is one of their number 4, the captain.
And Kayla Paulson also in there. Lots of movement towards a 6. It's driven to the back post. A header across the face of goal. And it's seen out by Virginia to be a goal kick.
I'm a little unfortunate for A&M. There's no one to seal that other side. And here's the goal. Another look again. And Morgan Bryant just putting the perfect pace on it, delicately chipping it over that center back, not much of a seam, and Doniak with a nice finish. And that is going to be the challenge for A&M this entire game, is those two central midfielders, Morgan Bryant and Colaprico, getting pressure on them because their numbers down in midfield. So they're either going to have a defender that's stepping into that midfield space or a forward that's dropping back, which is what A&M was doing earlier in the game.
Stearns off the drop kick. Ruther knocks it inside. And A&M play out of there nicely. Allie Bailey's got a lot of space here. Minogue is inside, so is Kuntz. Bailey with a bit of a stop and go, and Virginia sharper to it. Ruther gets there first. Morgan Bryant, who laid on that beautiful ball to Mackenzie Doniak, has missed a significant portion of this season away with the U.S. women's national team. Of course, in Women's World Cup qualifying. Kylie Torres crosses blocked. Another corner, Virginia.
Kylie Torres has switched sides with Ratcliffe, but both of them causing problems on those flanks.
4th corner Virginia has earned here. Six goals, 18 assists for Danielle Colaprico, who has had just an amazing year for Virginia. Off the corner, drives it in, wide open, the header over the top, and way wide. And completely unmarked, it seems, was Morgan Bryant.
And she's a good target player. No one even having a body on her. And you can see Florida lines up with 2 post players, 2 in that 6-yard box, and then the rest man marking, but not enough players out there. That's a player you're going to want to pick up.
Bryant again was getting a lot of the ball, maybe too much of it. Ruther is offside. Well, let's talk about this. Morgan Bryant clearly is getting a lot of the ball here, Julie. We're only a handful of minutes in here. How does A&M respond to this?
Well, what we were discussing just a minute ago is they're down, numbers down in midfield, A&M, with just those 3 central midfielders. So they're getting pulled all over the place. They've got to stay more condensed, and then they've got to get help. Someone from their back line or a forward's got to drop in to help them.
Wonderful switch, and I mean a switch that gets the ball very quickly to the other side of the field. Brinson making a run. Kuntz is at the top of the box. Minogue steps up. Bailey trying to get turned off the line of Stearns and makes the save. So A&M countering with some good play of their own here.
Texas A&M.
And Bailey, that's a player you want the ball to drop at. This is someone who's been on fire as of late. 5 goals for the senior in the NCAA tournament. Getting the corner out of that one.
Megan Reed also involved in that. Goes to the back post again. A&M is very dangerous off corners. They look for Brinson at that back post. And they'll get another one. Good look at Bianca Brinson, very talented, all SEC first team. 10 goals, 8 assists for the talented wide player.
Add in a lot of pace on top of those 10 goals and 10 assists, and you get some dangerous front line there. Gosh, I wish I had a little pace, Glenn, in my day.
Minogue. That puts you in a lot of good company with a lot of people.
But not the fast ones.
But we're going to say speed of thought in your case was unparalleled. Doniak. He was only a junior, held it up, lost it. And Lee Edwards ultimately concedes the throw here. A&M has got a lot of contributions off their bench, also from freshmen. Over the course of this season, ball in the box. Paulson clears it. And it just seems like Virginia's got an extra player in midfield. Jordan Day will collect this.
And A&M a little bit slow to organize. Even on that corner there, they didn't have a defender that stepped out. There was no one on Morgan Bryan. Minogue is having to come all the way over from the midfield, so just need to be quicker about setting up defensively.
Bryan again. Getting so much of the ball at her feet, which is not a good sign for A&M. A&M getting backed in here. Doniak trying to get turned. She's going to try it. It's blocked by Straight. Another corner. Just seems like A&M reacting that a little bit slower today than Virginia. What a season Megan Straight has had. First team All-SEC, the senior captain. She's on the Matt Kerman watch list from McKinney, Texas. Filiprico off the corner to the back post. Brinson with good defending there, gets there first, concedes another corner though.
Virginia corner kick.
'85 goals scored this year for Virginia, tops in the nation. They averaged 3.54 goals per game. This one driven in, flicked on. Shot is blocked, and it'll be a goal kick to Texas A&M.
And it's interesting how A&M lines up for these, because they've got, as I said, a player on each post on corners, and then they've got 2 in that 6-yard box. But the man-to-man marking players aren't staying man-to-man. They're drifting a little bit. So you saw Morgan Bryan wide open on one. There's another player for Virginia wide open. I think it's got to be much tighter for A&M, given how good Virginia is on those corner kicks.
Moeller tried to play it forward, so the edge in possession clearly has come to Texas A&M. And Gigarelli talked about this. He said, look, we know this may be a game where we're going to have to be very composed and patient defensively. And it's a little bit against their nature, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's hard for a team that's like A&M, who's used to having the ball, to all of a sudden find yourself chasing all the time. And it can be frustrating. So I think that's a great point they made with their team before the game even started.
Some of the Women's College Cup storylines. Second straight appearance for Virginia. We mentioned all the goals that they have scored. 85 to lead the NCAA. Texas A&M getting to the College Cup for the first time in 20 consecutive NCAA tournaments. These two teams just managed and coached beautifully by Gigarelli and Steve Swanson. Loved talking to these coaches yesterday, so passionate about their programs. Husino played out. And here's one of the substitutes that we mentioned. Michaela Harvey, number 77, it is on. It is unlimited substitution. Once you go off in the first half, you cannot return. So Guerreri has brought on 2 players to try and change things in midfield. Stephanie Mallerby also has come on, number 10. So addressing that midfield
that's
position.
Interesting, because that has been their issue. And already you're seeing Harvey, 77, getting a hold of the ball, trying to switch it. They're going to obviously try and have Mallerby put a little more pressure, number 10 for A&M, on Morgan Bryan.
Ranked interstate rivals take over the Commonwealth Thursday on ESPNU. Justin Anderson will lead the Cavaliers against Shaka Smart's High Energy Rams. It's Virginia VCU. It's part of the Great Jimmy V Week, Saturday at 2 on ESPNU. It is the home court of college hoops for those of you who are big basketball fans. And a lot of acknowledgement this week to Jimmy V. Minogue, Annie Kuntz now. Doniak pulled away from Colaprico.
So they moved Minogue up top, brought out Bailey, and then replaced the 2 midfielders, as we talked about, for A&M.
2 very youthful players. Shea Groom picks it up. That's a good first touch. A longer one now is taking her to the top of the box. Couldn't help it on. She had Brinson. What a talent Shea Groom is. Out of Liberty, Missouri. Megan Strait. Michaela Paulson, Megan Strait again now. A&M calm things down a little bit. Lee Edwards, Kuntz is pulled out on the right here. This is good pressure from Virginia. And it's led to this. Doniak, who looks up, nothing in the box. He's going to hold it a little bit, allow somebody to make a run, but they can't get there. Ruther was the target. Chance to break out now for A&M. Brinson over the top, and she can absolutely fly. He's going to need some support, though, if in fact she gets there. And in the end, she outran everybody.
One of the areas we commented early in the game is the ability of A&M to counter like that. Groom, immediately when she gets that ball, who's she looking for? Brinson. She knows she's got the pace to get in behind, but then having the patience to realize, look, I'm alone here. Maybe hold that ball up and get a few players in the box.
A&M now with the chance here to press here. Kuntz denies that delivery up the line from
Virginia
Megan Reed.
Substitution into the game, number 8, Alexis Schaffer.
So Schaffer comes in for Virginia.
Also into the game for Virginia, number 12, Veronica Lasco. Replacing number 18, Morgan Ruther.
Schaffer and Lasco on for Virginia. Edwards off the throw. Edwards again now. Cuts inside on her right. Mallerby. Strait will knock a longer ball here towards Kuntz. Virginia over the top here now. Now this will run over the end line. Goal kick, Texas A&M. Coverage of the NCAA championships continue with the Women's College Cup final. It's this Sunday. It's right back here at the FAU Stadium, December 7th, 1 p.m. on ESPNU. For more information on the NCAA Women's College Cup, NCAA.com, the official online home for all 89 NCAA